How's this look? Does that look official? Wait, hold on. Okay. Hello from... We have the mariachi music next door. We got the ice cream man on this side of the street. Welcome to Oxnard. Welcome to South Oxnard, California, you guys. I'm your host, Keith Manletters. Feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I was toying with the idea of the dark side, and give you some context. I was thinking of NPCs. NPCs are these characters from video games, like the shopkeeper who sells you your wares, right? He's not being played by a real person. It's just a computer program. Everyone treats him like Dookie in the games. I tend to play the good guys in the role-playing games that I play, but I'll even take out an NPC or two for the hell of it. Steal some booty, you know what I mean? I was thinking, Keith, what? Are you that good of a person? You know what I mean? Like, are you that good of, like, I'm good, but am I that good? Am I that moral? Because hear me out. I haven't gone to the dark side yet, but hear me out. If humanity are NPCs, if the vast majority of people are NPCs, and they seem to be not thinking for themselves. Like, sure, there's a spirit that animates their body, but there's also, technically speaking, a spirit that animates the computer game NPC's body too, and that spirit is the creator of the game. The creator of the game said, okay, the shopkeeper is going to walk left, he's going to walk right, he's going to say these 10 different things, and he's going to sell you these things at these prices every time. It's the same thing every time. So the NPC is sort of being animated by a spirit in and of itself, albeit the spirit of the programmer. And then you hit him with some correspondence, and you go, okay, well, what about the people walking around here? The vast majority of people, when you really listen to how people talk, listen to the things that they say, how they say them, 9 times out of 10, with the average person, you'll notice that all their responses are sort of scripted. You sort of know exactly what they're going to say in any given situation. You might even think this about yourself, right? Because we have NPC tendencies ourselves. Like, don't think you're that woke. So what I'm getting at is, would I feel that much guilt if I were to use the fact that most people act like NPCs to get what I want? I do want good things. I do want the world to be greener via plants and trees. I want to grow watermelon-sized grapes like they do in Hollow Earth. I mean, I want to have a greenhouse the size of a football stadium so that I can grow all kinds of cool things and maybe put a house inside of it. I want to do cool shit, don't get me wrong, but what if I used that? Because let's be real, you guys. Let's be real. The vast majority of people are extremely programmable. Every person is programmable, including myself. I am able to be programmed. You are able to be programmed. Everyone is able to be programmed. So let's just put that out there. That's just part. Thank God we are able to be programmed, because if we couldn't be programmed, then we'd be stuck doing the same 10 things over and over and over and over again, and it'd be just the most boring existence ever. So praise the all that we can be programmed. The thing is, we don't program ourselves. Because we don't program ourselves, because we don't know how to program ourselves, or we're too lazy to program ourselves, or we're not programming ourselves properly. There's a bunch of different reasons. But the end result is you have a whole world of people who are told what to think, what to do, what to feel. You are not machines. Machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are men. You have the love of humanity in you. A chaplain speech. Anywho, where was I? The end result is the world's running around with the goddamn plethora of NPCs. Check this out. The CDC last week released new data. They said that only 6% of casualties, 6% of the total number of COVID deaths are actually directly COVID deaths. And in some cases, not even illnesses. Sometimes they died of a straight up car accident. There was one guy who fell down a flight of stairs and died. Only 6%, and no one's talking about it, right? But I can say that, and I will say that, to 1,000 people, and they're all still going to be like, well, you never know. Or have you ever told someone just the most realest shit ever, backed up by everything you would assume is enough to back it up by, and they get that sort of glossed over look in their eyes, and immediately they hear what you're saying, but they don't hear it in order to comprehend new information. They hear it so that they can hit you with a programmed response. And that programmed response in terms of COVID is like, well, you never know. Just be safe. We're in this together. You know, all the catchphrases, protect the old people, or whatever it is. There's a certain programmed response. But you're never going to have, or few and far between, are you going to hit someone with information and then be like, oh, really? You know, and here's the crazy thing. I wasn't surprised at the 6% COVID thing. I wasn't surprised because they've been saying that the whole time. Government officials, the CDC, the World Health Organization themselves, doctors, they've all been saying, hey, it does not matter what a person dies of. It could be the flu, it could be a cold, it could be a heart attack, it could be stroke, it could be diabetes. It could be liver failure because they were alcoholics their whole life. It does not. They could crash their car and die in a car accident. It does not matter what they die from. As long as there is the COVID antibodies in their blood, we are marking them as COVID deaths. They've said this time and time again. And people are like, still wearing masks. And the tests have a 50% false negative. So it says all 500,000 new cases. Is it? The test that they're using to test for COVID is not, the dude who invented it said, do not use this test for infectious diseases. It does not work for that. And everyone's been told this. All right, this video isn't about COVID. It's just the most prevailing example I can give at the time of how you can present people with a fuck ton of information and they will still cling to their old programming, regardless of how factual it is, regardless of the evidence that you give them, and again, as we're seeing now, regardless of who gives the information, they will still cling to the prevailing, They will still cling to the prevailing, not ideology, structure. Fuck, what's the goddamn word? The word eludes me at the moment, but you guys get what I'm saying. So here's the point. Here's the point of this video. What if I just go rogue, man? What if I'm not a Jedi? And what if I'm not a Sith? What if I'm like a gray Jedi, somewhere in between, where I'm like, I've said this on the channel before. I know it's not the sexiest thing to say, but I don't necessarily care for humanity as a whole. Like I do because I'm human, but then I don't because it's like I can't put so much energy into convincing people to think something like that they don't want to think. So instead, I was thinking, hey, I want to build a giant greenhouse, a giant geodesic dome, and put exotic trees from all over the world. I'm talking a football-sized greenhouse, ladies and gents. And what if I have to just take a page out of the old playbook of the New World Order and make my own New World Order? I'll do it towards the trees. You know what I mean? I don't know, but it keeps me up at night. How do you guys like the sunflower? It's a great hold on, we're gonna take a profile picture. Is that good? Is that good? Or that one might be good. Or like a Ralph Smart smile, like that one might be good. Good. Or I'll do it this way towards the flower. Is that one pretty good? That one might be it. That might have been the shot. Anywho, nah, I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate, sort of. And I don't know. It's strange, man. It's strange. You know, the longer I live, the more life I gain on this planet. The more I realize it's like it really is neutral. It's like there really is, on the macro, there really is no such thing as good or bad. You know? On the micro, there's good and bad, you know what I mean? It's like the two sides of the book, but I don't know. Don't be an NPC, you guys. Don't be an NPC. I mean, you will be an NPC by default. It's just I will be an NPC at times by default, because we all, what I'm getting at is reacting to situations, reacting to stimuli without consciously realize you're doing it. And sometimes it's a good thing. You know, that's why you're a sword fighter, you're a fencer. Say you're a fencer. You practice your technique, you practice your footwork, you practice reading people's movements, you practice your endurance and your dexterity. You practice these things day in and day out so that when you're fighting an opponent, you don't have to think. You can go into straight reaction mode, straight pure awareness, where you don't have to sort of process information. That's the good programming. That's the good running on autopilots, where your body will move without you asking it to do so, because it's been trained to do that. And then there's the other side, where there's this weird thing, and people will, especially when fear is involved, will cling to shit, man. I feel like I'm just beating a dead horse at this point. But man, we're catching quite a sun thing right there. Look at that. Is that flawless right there? I feel like an Egyptian god, that sunflower in the sun. Oh, the sun left. Hold on, I'll bring it back. Like, how's this look? Does that look official? Wait, hold on. Okay. I'm going to start shooting videos here every evening. This is wonderful. All right, thanks you guys for being here. My name's Keith. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, do all the things. Thanks for, supporting in the Patreon and the Cash App. Thanks for supporting and just being here. Y'all are the real MVPs. Love you guys. Take it easy.